Hello, greetings. It's Brett Gurney. Thanks for tuning into the video. I appreciate that. And in this video, we are going to hear again from Dr. Joseph Ahrens, who is the Chief Product Officer of iGalen. He is also the inventor, the founder, and the creator of Emulin. And today he's going to talk a little bit about some things that are happening in our body that Emulin could have a positive effect on, such as blood circulatory things, kidney function, and other things that are associated with that. It's great information, so enjoy the video, and then after the video I'll come back on for a second and just to say some final parting words, and hopefully we can connect. I would love to hear from you, and so that I can answer your questions. So we'll see you again soon. Okay, enjoy. Bye.
So this is John Gluckman up in Vancouver. I'm a retired doctor of chiropractic. I've communicated with Dr. Ahrens several times about his product, and tonight I just want to introduce him to all of you on the phone. He is very soft-spoken. He's very kind with his time. He'll spend as much time as we want in terms of answering some questions. Some of you have sent in some questions. I've sent them along to him, but we're going to get started. So if you're okay with me just throwing a couple of questions that came out from the field, we'll take a few minutes with that, and then if we still have some time, we might open up the call and see if there's anybody out there that would like to say hi to you and ask some other questions. So the first one that had come in was, can Emulin help someone who has blood clots?
Well, you know, that's pretty interesting. I would like to say, first of all, that as a researcher, you have to have some specialty, and I'm not a specialist in every disease, far from it, but I do know something about inflammation and some of the subsequent pathways that are involved. And it's very interesting because in blood clots, you know, that's thrombosis. I wonder if you knew this, that over half of all Americans will die from a blood clot in either their brain or their heart. That's really the underlying technical cause of what happens when you say heart failure, cardiac arrest, etc.,
or stroke. They're all the same.
Yeah, stroke.
Clot, yeah, exactly.
It's actually a blood clot.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's not been any human studies on Emulin in this area, but I do know that a couple of them, they're quercetin and myricetin, two of the products, which come from dark grapes, dark berries, particularly tropical grapes. They did some studies on monkeys, dogs, and mice, as well as some computer modeling, and they found out that there's a compound that I do know a little bit about is PDI, is protein disulfide isomerase. It's very essential to develop clots, to have this chemical show up. And what happens is the body produces this enzyme, and the result is clotting.
Okay.
So they gave myricetin and quercetin that they had gotten from grape juice to these animals, and reduced and initiated blood clots, and it was greatly reduced. So this goes back to this overall theory that we're developing. We have these issues because we're not getting enough in our diets. I cannot even begin to claim that Emulin will stop you from having strokes and things like that. But what I can say is it's going to reduce the PDI factor, which therefore, logically, should reduce clotting. Lots of these diseases. There's something going back with polyflavonoids. These are what we're talking about here. Polyphenolics, polyflavonoids, which myricetin, quercetin, and chlorogenic acid are. They are essential to our diet, and we're just not recognizing it. Everybody says, yes, eat fresh fruits and vegetables, which is where they come from. Well, we really don't know why. We talk about vitamin C and a couple of others that we get, vitamin A, but it's so much more than that. There's a whole host of molecules that we need to be getting that we're not getting enough, and we can't get enough because they're diluted. There's not nearly as many of these in a current-day blueberry as there was 10,000 years ago. Even heirloom varieties 100 or so years ago, they've been bred out. They're gone. So just listen to all your mothers. Eat some healthy fruits and vegetables. It will do good for you, for everything, including thrombosis.
Okay. Well, that should give that person who asked some comfort to go ahead and give it a try. There's no harmful effect. From what I understand, there's no contraindications for Emulin with anything that I've heard of so far. Is that your understanding?
Yes, that's true, because your body will not take any more in than 750 milligrams, and if it does, you eliminate it through the skin or through the urinary tract. And there's no contraindications because there's no drug interactions, and 750 milligrams is not much, and that's one of the reasons we set it at that. Yeah, you could never so-called overdose on flavonoids.
Then another question here. What about the benefit for someone with polycystic kidney disease? Maybe you can tell us what that is very briefly and tell us if you think that people can benefit from that.
Well, I surely know something about kidneys because that's about blood and circulation and carbohydrate metabolism and various other things. PKD is, we really don't know what is the underlying cause. We know what happens, but we don't know the underlying mechanism except to say that it's genetic.
Okay.
And, I don't know, somewhere around 3/4 of people that are on dialysis for an extended period of time, 4, 5, 6 years, they also develop this kidney disease. What happens is cysts. Now, cysts are little hard, hollow nodules filled with water, but it's like sand. And you develop them, and some are very large, and eventually, if you keep developing enough, you disrupt the kidney, and it physically tears the kidney apart. That's the main reason. It's not like where you have an infection or a metabolic breakdown. This is a physical tearing of the kidney, and it eventually leads to kidney failure. Now, what happens when you have this hollow pieces of sand? I'm not implying that there's silica in your kidney, but you can imagine this hard, gritty cyst that are tearing your tissue apart. What is the body going to do? Inflammation.
Absolutely.
Yes. And then you get a secondary route of failure. So you get the physical failure from just pure physical disruption, and then you also get chronic inflammation, which then also leads to other problems in the kidneys. So, how are cysts?
Emulin to the right.
Well, yes, of course. So if people listen to me long enough, yes, carbohydrates are really important, but it's inflammation is the real culprit. It's called cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductive regulatory factor. How about that?
Wow.
Okay. But that particular enzyme is definitely inhibited by myristotin. We know that for an absolute fact. And people that have taken myristotin in some preliminary studies, very preliminary, have less cyst formation. So we don't understand that mechanism, but we can say there's less cyst formation. And then once the inflammation is under control and there's less cysts being formed, then your body can step in and heal itself. But particularly anyone in dialysis, this would seem to be indicated as a preventive of cyst formation.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for watching the video. I hope that you got something out of that, and I hope that now you have, a little bit better understanding of the many things that Emulin can do for us. Inflammation is responsible for so many different ailments in our bodies, and I never imagined, I never knew or thought all the different things that Emulin could have, a positive effect on. But now that I'm talking to a lot of people that are on the product, it's pretty amazing. So, anyways, and I have a product story too that's pretty amazing, but this isn't the time for that. I would love to connect with you. I would love to answer your questions, kind of find out what you're looking for, if anything, whether it's just the product or maybe the business or both. And so just feel free to reach out to me. I'm really easy to get a hold of. I always have a description down in the bottom of the video there, and you can find me. I'm easy to find. You can just Google my name or go Facebook, YouTube, my blog, brettgurney.com, and let's get together and let's chat and let's see if there's something that Emulin can do for you too. Okay, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.